It hates them. Okay, so page 4, what did I say? 481. Here we go. So do you remember when we started? Maybe I did it when we started this unit. If I said if you have two variables, how many equations do you need to solve when you have two variables? 2. If you have 5 variables, how many equations do you need? 5. However many variables you have, that's how many equations you need. Okay. That's why the bonus question on the quiz yesterday had 3 equations because there was 3 variables. All right. And if you go to university, you will do what's called matrix algebra if you want to take that. And they go up to an infinite number of variables. And there's so many variables, they don't even write them all. They just write the coefficients. So you get things that look like this. We're going way off topic here, but I don't care. So you get things that look like this. And I should extend that. Let's make it 0. So that's actually 4. I should have another row here, but that's okay. That's actually like an x, a y, and a z, and there's 4 equations. So they just write the variables. And then you learn how to manipulate all those. Like I said, it's called matrix algebra. You learn how to multiply the matrices and add, subtract the matrices and all this kind of stuff. But we're at the very beginning of that. We're just doing 2 equations, okay? So it has applications in solving, well, you'll see here, a lot of money type problems, but we're going to start with one like this. So the difference between 2 numbers is 9. The larger number is 3. Is more than twice the smaller number. Find the numbers. Okay. So there's a couple of ways. You have to make, I'm going to tell you right now, every one that you're going to do, you need to make 2 equations. Okay. When you're converting words to math, essentially every sentence is an equation, if you want to think of it that way. So if I say the difference, when you see the word difference, what operation of that is that in math? That is subtraction. Between 2 numbers is, if you see the word is, what does that mean in math? Equals. That's exactly 9. So pick 2 variables. What variables do you want to use? X and Y? Okay. So we're going to do X and Y. It doesn't matter what variables you use. It's up to you. So we're going to say X is equal to the larger number and Y is equal to the smaller. It doesn't matter if you reverse them. That's irrelevant. So if I say the difference between 2 numbers is 9, that means I'm subtracting the 2 numbers, right? If you subtract a small number from a large number, you should get a positive, right? Does that make sense? So I can say this first sentence here means X minus Y equals 9. The difference, subtracting them, is 9. That's what that sentence means in math. Are we okay with that? Now we have to come up with the second equation, but they've given us a second sentence. The larger number 3, is 3 more. I think what they're supposed to say. Yes. Does yours say is in there? Okay. So the larger number is 3. What's the larger number, X or Y? X. So X is, what does is mean in math? Equals 3 more than twice the smaller. What does 3 more mean? Plus 3, so that's 3 plus. Twice, if I say you have twice the amount, what are you doing? You're multiplying by 2. Twice the smaller. So that means 3 more than twice the smaller. The larger number is 3 more than twice the smaller number. Is that okay? All right. Now we've got our 2 equations. Now we can solve. All right, we're done with the sentence. So we take these two. Do you want to do elimination or substitution? I would do substitution. Why would I choose why would it be quicker to choose substitution? Because this is already solved for x, right? So I can just put this into there. But you can do elimination if you want. So all of that goes right there for x. So then it's just solving. So 2y minus y is y. So y is equal to 9 minus 3, which is 6. Whoops. Okay, so we got one of them. How do I get the other one? Put it into one of the other equations, but I'm going to plug it right into there. So I get x is equal to 3 plus 2 times 6. X is equal to 15. So the two numbers are 15 and 6. Is that okay? Yes.
Are you recording this?
Yes. All right. So steps are you take each sentence, or sometimes there'll be a comma, like a sort of a natural break in the sentence is indication that that is one equation. So there's your first equation. There's your second equation. Is, it means equals. Look for words like difference or sum. What does sum mean?
The total.
Adding. You're adding them together, right? It is a total, but you're adding them together. Twice, they'll tell you, the sentence will tell you. The hardest part is usually translating the words into an equation. Once you've got the equations, they're just like all the other stuff that we did earlier this week. What's multiplication? Well, you can say product. It's not going to say product though in here. It would say like 3 times. It would literally say 3 times more, right? Or twice more, or half. What if it says half of? You divide by 2 or multiply by a half, right? Okay. So before I do the other types, I want you to do question number 2 in the book, please. Okay, so we have $260 in $5 bills and $10 bills. He has $33 in, or 33 bills in total. How many of each does he have? Okay, you have to make 2 equations. First thing you got to figure out is, do you want X to be the number of $10 bills or the number of, what's the other one? $5 bills. What do you want X and Y to be? X is 10. Now, X is the number of $10 bills. And therefore, Y is the number, and I guess the dollar sign goes in front, $5 bills. Okay? So, if I have 33 bills in total, what equation can I write? If X is the number of 10s, and Y is the number of 5s, and I have 33 in total, what equation can I write? X plus Y is equal to 33. Right? The number of $10 bills plus the number of $5 bills has to equal the total number of bills, which is 33. So X plus Y is equal to 33. Okay. I call this the total, the sum equation if you want. Okay? Call it the sum or the total equation. Sum total bill equation. Total bill, or it can be coins as well. That's kind of what these types of problems are. Then you have to come up with a value equation because they tell us we have $260. So you need a value equation. Okay, if I have, this is an aside, if I have 4 $5 bills and 2 $10 bills, how much money do I have? If I have 4 $5 bills and 2 $10 bills, how much money do I have? $40, right? How did you get that? Exactly. You kind of did it, but you went, I have 4 $5 bills, so that's 4 times 5. And then 2 $10, which is 2 times 10. And then I added those together, right? Okay. I have some number of 10s and some number of 5s that has to equal 260. What did you do here? You took the number that you had, right? We don't know the number that we have, so we're calling that number x, right? So it's the number that you have, times its value. So the value equation is going to be 10x, the value of the bill times the number of it, plus, then you do it for the 5. The value of the bill times the number. And what does that have to equal? $260. So there's your 2 equations. You have a sum or a total bill or coin or whatever you're dealing with equation, gives you the number of coins or bills. And you have the value, which is the value of the bill times the number plus the value times the number gives you total value. Now, you have to solve. I tend to use substitution on these ones just because you have something like this. I don't want to multiply through by 10 or 5. You can if you want. All right? But I tend to just use substitution. So I'm going to go x is equal to 33 minus y. And then that gets subbed into here, right there. So I get 10 times 33 minus y plus 5y equals 260. Multiply the 10 in, 330 minus 10y plus 5y equals 260. So then I'm going to move the 5y over, move the 260 over. So I get 70 is equal to 5y. So y is equal to 14. Does that make sense? So that means I have 14 $5 bills. So how many $10 bills do I have?
19.
How'd you get that?
I did it in my head.
What did you do in your head?
The whole equation.
What process did you do in your head?
I have no idea.
You put it in there, and you subtracted it from 33. I think that's what you did. So once you know y, you can plug it into this equation. So x is equal to 33 minus y, which is 33 minus 14, which is 19. So that means you have 19 $10 bills and 14 $5 bills. Okay? Is that okay? Make a sum equation for the total amount of bills or coins. Make a value equation for how much money you have, and then just solve. All right. I would like you to please do question number 7. Just a note for question number 7, it's quarters and dimes. So, what is the value of a quarter? 0.25, right? What's the value of a dime? 0.10. Go, please.